Hello, just can you say your name? Because I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Absolutely, it's impossible to pronounce. That's why people call me Mick.
Mick.
So
Okay.
everything is easier because Michele Guaitoli,
Michele.
Guaitoli. It's yeah, that's my surname. It's basically impossible. I should cancel my surname.
Okay, Mick.
Mick is
Mick, Mick
fine.
is fine.
Mick is fine.
Mick is fine. Hello, Mick. First of all, how do you feel?
So super happy. Like right now, the happiness is above the feeling of passing out because of the warmth. But the second feeling is passing out because of the warmth.
You're super hot.
Uh, it's insane, you know. Like I was telling the other guys, like every time we come to France, the heat is incredible because the worst festival that we ever played was Planner Fest, where the heat was insane and the stage was giving the face towards the sun.
Oh my god.
Now this was probably the best festival we've ever played, but the second worst in terms of temperature.
I hope the Hellfest is not the worst.
No. That was the absolute, as I said, the best probably ever. But temperature, yeah. Let's not talk about it.
We will. The so my first question is, how would you describe the band Vision of Atlantis without ever mentioning the term power metal or symphonic metal?
We are a fun band. I think we just proved it on stage. You know, like
Yes.
when you read the name of bands like us, and you know about the style that we are playing, you expect to see this elegant, classy show with like a lot of listening and orchestras and all these kind of things.
And maybe not a pirate.
Well, also probably not a pirate band, but then, as you could see during our show, people jumped, people rode, people circle pitted, people wall of deathed, and people like they did everything. Like there was stage diving.
To be honest, I was nearly dying because of the weather, and when I saw your show, I regained all of my energy.
See,
And I was, yeah, and now I'm ready.
now that makes me
I love you.
that makes me really happy. But that's the point, like I think we delivered something that people don't expect, and this is. I have to say that this is something that we are trying to fight because of our background, because of our history. But we are shifting. We play metal. It's
Yeah.
not symphonic metal only. It's not like it's a real metal show with all the needs of a metal show, and people clearly had fun.
I can confirm, and from your point of view, how the show was.
I honestly, as I said before, this is one of the checklists that you want to achieve in life. Playing Hellfest it was our first time here, and the emotion was so high. I was so excited. Everyone was, especially with Clemi. She's a French singer
Yes.
playing in the biggest show in the biggest festival there is in France and probably Europe. So it was high on the emotional level, really high on the emotional level.
Yeah, so you nearly answered my next question because I was asking if you were a bit apprehensive or stressed
Yeah.
during the show.
Yeah, exactly. I think I just answered to that, right? It's so it's hard to describe how this got in our beneath our skin. Like it's a
your
dream.
heart.
Yeah, in our heart, absolutely, in our heart and soul. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. So, what does playing at Hellfest mean for the band?
Well, playing here at 4 p.m. in the main stage is a huge success for us. Again, Visions of Atlantis is a troubled history, and everyone knows about it. So it's not like we are not the kind of band that wants to hide behind masks or everything. Like this band took 18 years to find stability, because between 2000 and 2018 there has been so many lineup changes, such hell to use a proper word. And then in 2018 we became a family with this lineup, and after that so much changed on our level, on our side, and it's sometimes it's difficult to prove it because people keep on thinking of what the band was before, and we have a lot of obstacles that we are breaking one and jumping after one after the other. Being here, it's another, another achievement in the career of this
An
band.
achievement, yes.
Yeah, so hopefully this will help to make people understand that, yeah, we are a real band now. And
About that, how did you prepare for the show as a band?
to be very honest, in the last 2 years, 3 years, we've been playing so much. After COVID, we got back on our standard, I would say, amount of shows. We are playing 70, 80 shows per year. We just came back, it was April, from a US tour. In September, October, we had the tour launch for the new record, Pirates 2 Armada. And, the songs are so much inside our veins that it's not like we rehearse more or less than usual. It's on this side. The great thing is that we are so into it that it's not like it becomes more or less special on the performance level. It's on the emotional level that it's
now
different.
you are prepared.
It comes automatic. We don't even think of the songs anymore in our brain, and that's great. But emotional
it's
wise,
flowing directly.
it does.
So the band's latest album, Pirates 2 Armada, was released almost a year ago. How it was received by your audience?
Luckily, because it's always a jump in the dark. Luckily, it was a
On the plank, from the plank.
Exactly. On the plank, yeah, I jump in the sea directly from the plank. You're right. We put heart and soul in each record that we release. It's 3 years, 2 years of work, and then everything passes so fast because you have the first video, then the second video, then the third video, then the album release, and then you start touring, and it's a matter of months, and everything is like palm in the face of people, and you never know what's going to happen. You really never know. It's always a true leap in the void. But we played the best tour ever. Here in France especially, we had a sold-out show in Paris, we had a huge amount of people in Lyon and in Toulouse, and the numbers of the people coming to our show was doubled compared to the Pirates tour. So that is a statement, and we can only be happy about it. I don't want to brag. I'm just saying numbers that are real.
I saw you on stage today, and the main stage, the crowd, that was quite full.
Despite 37 degrees. No, it's we are, as I said, we are giving our best. Then it's out of our control, because if people don't like what we do, if it's the best we can give, it means that they don't just like the band, which is fair, because it's not like I don't like so many bands and I love so many. It's music. It's just to be accepted.
Thank you, at least for the Armada part. But you also released a live album, Armada Live Over Europe, which contained 18 tracks and a speech from Clémentine, recorded across Europe. How did you choose the tracks and cities?
So this record was never meant to be released. We released for free one song for each song that we had in the set list of the European tour from November till March, if I'm right. And the plan was to drop it on YouTube, on our channel, absolutely for free, and we did. The thing is that every time we released a new video, we read the comments, and the comments were, please release it on vinyl, please release it on CD. So Napalm Records was like, hey guys, read the comments, let's release it. So the album was out on Spotify and was out on YouTube for free in March. And now, with the label, we decided to release it physically in July because people asked for it.
Yeah. And you want to please people.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we are making music for the people, right? And if collectors are asking for it, there is absolutely no reason why we should hold it back, But again, the record was out already online for free in March, as I said. So, yeah, the songs were chosen because this is the set list of the live songs that we are doing live.
And about the set list for your Hellfest show, it was obviously a little different. How did you put it together?
So I don't know if you noticed, but Within Temptation yesterday chose the heaviest songs that they have, and that was their set list. I'm sure that Beyond the Black are doing the same. I'm sure that considering the fame of Hellfest of being a pretty extreme festival in the past years, all the bands like us that are more on the melodic side, less extreme, of course. We don't have growls, we don't have massive breakdowns, we don't have like heavy, super heavy guitars. I mean, we are a metal band, as I said, but being a symphonic metal band means that there is a lot of orchestrations, there is a lot of melody. We still decided to play the heaviest songs that we have, and this is a choice that a lot of melodic bands are doing right now.
Yes.
So that's a pretty straightforward answer.
That pretty fit the Hellfest.
Absolutely.
Vision of Atlantis will be touring with Walking again early next year for the Pirates and Kings Tour 26. How are you preparing for this new adventure?
So Workings are not only a band of the same label, but I have to say that they are great friends of ours. Just to give you an example, Chris and I, Chris is the bass player. Sorry, the Viking and I, because with Workings it's important. Like the Viking and I, the Viking has a cell phone, even if we come from hell or from Valhalla, and we write to each other every day. Like there is not a single day in which we don't talk. Now it's even more because of the tour and everything we're doing together, but we are truly good friends. So this goes a bit beyond just two bands playing together. So it's a preparation that is so natural and so spontaneous. we are discussing more about where to go for dinner during the tour than everything else, because everything is so natural and flowing spontaneously.
I can understand. And what are the next projects for Vision of Atlantis? Whether in terms of release, you talked about the physical album, or live show, or
Well, of course, the focus is on all the summer shows that are happening now and the Pirates and Kings tour. I believe that it would be smart to release a song together with Workings. This is something that a lot of bands are doing now. Think of Dragon Force and Amaranthi. They did a song with Elise Reed. Think of Lords of Fire, the song between Voyage Vance and Lord of the Lost for their tour together. I think this is fun, first of all, and music should be fun, most importantly. So I believe that this could be something that we should think about.
so maybe a collaboration.
Exactly. Like literally a song recorded together. I think this would be a smart idea. So this is something that we will discuss pretty soon, and if they are up for it, because they have a fresh record out now, and we don't want this song, if we do it, to cover or make the album feel old already. It's already difficult enough. And at the same time, I mean, we are constantly writing new songs. Like
Really?
Yeah, like constantly. Like I think we already have 12 or 14 new songs. But
Wow.
of course, there will be a selection. You always want to have a lot more, because we are not that arrogant to say that everything we write is a good song.
But it should fit the standard duration of an album.
Absolutely. But it's not only about that. Like with musicians, it's difficult because whatever you do, it's a child that you write. And every child is beautiful. Yet, that's not the same for the fans. And musicians have a hard time accepting this, because you would love every song that you write to be released somehow. We are not like this. We always write more songs, and we decide, okay, let's select.
One will fit in the.
Yes. Let's try to make it valuable
Maybe
and not
a concept.
exactly. Or like there needs to be a theme, because Pirates was a record about freedom. Armada was a record about empowering itself. It's not like there is a story that goes from the beginning to the end, but all the songs of Pirates have the theme of freedom that pops up. All the songs of Armada has the theme of empowerment, like self-empowerment popping up. So we need to think it through. It's not that all songs are
So
good.
you will need to think which one will fit the Vision of Atlantis universe.
And not only Visions of Atlantis Universe, but also the album theme.
Yeah.
Like it's important, because otherwise it's just a collection of songs and it's not enough anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine. And about that, about maybe collaboration, which band would you dream of playing with? Imagine a date for the release of Vision of Atlantis' next album as the opening act, and three other bands.
Okay, three other. Okay. Well, I know it's cliche, but it's also true that these bands are the bands that inspired us. So Nightwish, obviously. You know, it's. I have to say that our style was invented by Nightwish, and we are doing what we are doing because Nightwish exists. So we're not only thankful towards them, but it's like Kurt Cobain with Nirvana marked the generation
Yes.
because he invented grunge substantially, and people were dressing up in a certain way because Kurt Cobain was doing it in a certain way. And there are bands that create a style, like Metallica. I cannot say that Metallica invented heavy metal, or I will be like, but they had a style.
Yeah.
And people were dressing up with leather jackets and jeans because of bands like Saxon, because of bands like Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, because of bands like Metallica. We do what we do because Nightwish existed. So it's more than praise, And of course, with Temptation are after Nightwish, and with Temptation there is two branches that went that way.
Yeah.
And the third one, I will say for myself, not as a band, but Avantasia. This is my all-time favorite band. So if I could choose to
Really?
tour, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's especially as a singer, a project like them where there are dozens of singers alternating in each song. This is so inspiring, and Tobias Sammet is just a genius for me.
Wow. And so, last two questions. Are you planning to see any other bands over the weekend? Who are your favorites on the lineup?
So I for sure will watch Dream Theater.
I'm surprised.
I for sure. I mean, I did it already. Yesterday I watched Within Temptation, of course. I watched Sleep Token. I watched Muse, obviously. And I mean, the thing is that basically all bands are interesting for a musician because you want to see the show, you want to see what's going on, you want to see what's going to happen. Of course, Dream Theater is a childhood dream band. I was watching their DVDs. I was, Metropolis Part 2 is one of my favorite all-time
I think
records.
I have this one on CD.
Yeah, me too. So it's like your heroes being on the same stage where you played. So it's Scorpions is the same. This band's wrote history. I watched Ross the Boss. For me, I also sing in Era, the French project Era, and
What?
I'm the singer of Era, one of the four singers of Era. I tour with them. I mean,
I have the first CD at
I
home.
don't doubt it. The band started touring in 2018. There was a tour this February, and Eric Levy, the main songwriter, when he called me in 2018, I was super excited. He played with Ross the Boss at the very beginning. He had a band in the United States where they played together, and Ross the Boss was the drummer for Eric Levy. So, sometimes music connects people. I discovered about this when I joined Era. I didn't know about it before, but it's people that you admire in a way or another. So like, okay, that's so cool.
Wow, I'm surprised and wow, that's
Yeah, that was how to say a fantastic
oh yeah.
project that somehow like I feel really lucky for being this.
Yeah, and so that's the last question and the funniest one. What dish would you compare Vision of Atlantis music to?
So it's going to be a Wiener Schnitzel with ragu sauce on top and escargot on the side, which is disgusting, but it's because the band is Austrian. It was born in Austria, therefore it's a Wiener Schnitzel because of course this is the most famous dish from Austria, with ragu because I'm Italian, so of course it's pasta sauce, and escargot on the side because Clem is French. So, and it's on the side because she's the face, you know. So you don't want to blend escargot with anything else. So it has to stay
Yes.
pure because Clemmy is pure. So you can only eat the escargot because probably that's the better thing, and leave the disgusting vintage Schnitzel with ragu because this must be a really terrible combo.
Thank you for your time. That was my last question. And I will leave you with the final words for your audience.
Well, right now I can only be thankful. You know, like this is absolutely one of the best days of my life. Playing Hellfest, it's as I said, a dream coming true. So I can only be thankful towards you and everyone who supported us today.
Really, thank you. It's the end.